All right, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, Cowboy fans? Everybody that's out there, we're here on a Saturday evening. Saturday evening, we just witnessed the last preseason game. Let me turn this down a little bit. Get on in your ear. So, yeah, there it is. The last preseason game of the season. Now we're prepared for the regular season. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think. Again, that's why I labeled this as an evaluation of the Cowboys' final preseason game because that's exactly what it was, an evaluation. Who makes this team and who does not make this team. So let's give it up. Big shout out to all those that are working hard to wait a minute, everything. Wait a minute, let me get this situated here, y'all. Yeah, there we go. I gotta get my sound machine together. Yeah. Big shout out to everybody that has worked hard this season, in the off season, up to this final preseason game. And I pray and hope every player had an opportunity to showcase their talent. With that being said, now that we have come to the final preseason game, we know what's next. The big cuts are coming. That's right, the cuts are coming. This is what football is all about, especially at this level. It's a business. Sure, it's a game, but it's a job and it's a business. Some will be able to stay and some will have to go. I'm just saying. But with that being said, man, let's get into the news that everybody's aware of. And I kept saying, why haven't we made this move? But again, according to the news, it's been reported that Deron Bland will miss 6 to 8 weeks with a fracture in his foot. Yeah, the injury does require surgery, and the timetable for his return means he'll miss at least 4 games to open the campaign. So, and I was really eager to see this duo on the field, Trey Diggs and Deron Bland. And I'm sure Deron Bland had plans on breaking his own record, as far as interceptions. It's just unfortunate that he's where he is right now. I am not set up, y'all. I am not set up. As far as now, he's going to have to miss possibly 4 to 6 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks, to be honest with you. 6 to 8 weeks of on being on the injury list. So, yeah. So that's what's going on. But here's my deal. Stephon Gilmore waited and waited and he waited and he waited and he waited some more and then he waited some more. Now, for whatever reason, the organization felt comfortable with this draft pick of Carson, the Carson kid, Kalen Carson. Knowing that we had Diggs and we had Deron Bland on the other side, yeah, that's great. But again, where was your depth? Okay, we can say Kalen was going to be the backup, and maybe Josh Butler is another that, but for the insurance, the assurance of knowing that you have a solid backup with experience, a veteran, let me just say a veteran, that was our guy, Stephon Gilmore, but we decided to just overlook the opportunity and just not long ago, I think Monday or Tuesday, he just signed with the Vikings. That's what I said. So now here we are. We're going to have to figure out who's going to play this cornerback position. Now, again, the Cowboy Huddle podcast, we are definitely supporting our guy Josh Butler. But there's others out there, Kalen Carson and Eric Scott Jr. There's a lot of them out there that's going to have to fight for this position. Booth is another one that they brought in here lately. But this is an opportunity for them to shine, and hopefully they've made some good tape of themselves in this game that they are chosen to play on the opposite side of Trey Diggs. So that's where we are. So we won't know. But again, cuts are coming for the players. And Who do we think is going to make the team? That's all we can do is just guess and hope certain players make the team. But before I get into that, I want to get into the final. The score was 26-19. Dallas scored 3 points in the first quarter, 7 points in the second quarter, 6 points in the third quarter, 3 points in the fourth quarter, with a total of 19 points. The Chargers had 7 in the first, 13 in the second, no points in the third, and only 6 points in the fourth. Big shout out to the defense. Defense really, did their job. There was some shining spots that we saw with this defense. It looked like as late as the game went on, the more comfortable the defense seemed to play. We almost got a sack in the end zone. We almost got a safety at one possession. But again, the score was 26-19. Now, let me get down here to the quarterbacks. So Easton Stick was 12 of 29. 187 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Trey Lance, 33 of 49. 323 yards, 1 TD, and 5 interceptions. So when it comes to rushing, Trey Lance had 11 carries for 90 yards with 1 TD. Let's see who else is out there. Rushing. Let's go to the Cowboys. Look at the Cowboys side. Like Trey Lance led the rushing yards with 90. Then you had Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn had 9 for 53. Deuce Vaughn really balled out today. Deuce Vaughn was making a statement that telling the organization, y'all need me on this team. And he had 9 carries for 53 yards, and he was averaging 5.9 yards per carry. Then you had Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman had 8 carries for 35 yards. Malik Davis, 5 for 28. Snoop Connor, 4 for 22. Nathaniel Pete, 3 for 14. And Ryan Flanoy was 1 for 4. Now, our top receiving players was Dante Burnett, 3 for 40. John Stephen Jr., 3 for 40. Tyron Johnson, 2 for 33. Ryan Flanoy, 3 for 30 and a touchdown. But I got to get into this, and maybe y'all can help me. And we're going to talk about it. But when I look at these stats, and for somebody like Mike McCarthy saying that we want to run the damn ball, but your quarterback threw for 49 times. Do this sound familiar, people? 49 throws for 323 yards in a preseason game. Say what you want, say what you mean. And listen, this is not a comparison to Dak and Trey and who's going to be the starter. We know who our starter is going to be. Our starter is going to be Dak. We know this. When I evaluate Trey for Trey and his play on the field. Not to compare him to what Dak did. Not to compare him to the Cooper Rush. But evaluating Trey for the play he put on the field. And also, let me say this. Big shout out to Mike and Cowboys Corner and all those that was on the live today. Thank you, man, for inviting me, man. I enjoyed myself, man. And everyone that was on that live, believe me, I've subbed to you guys, and thank y'all for subbing to me as well. So we can keep this thing going. I'm sure we'll link up, connect, and do some things together. But again, I enjoyed myself, man, and it was great engaging with these guys, these content creators today, man. So big shout out to Mike and Cowboys Corner. Give it up. Yeah, man, it's great when you get amongst other Cowboy fans that are fans. You got those that, you know, want to report or share their thoughts on the Cowboys, but hadn't done no research. I can tell. I can tell if you've done research. I can tell if you just throwing something out there from what somebody you heard or whatever. Anyway, thanks to Cowboy Corner for inviting me on. Again, you guys can see uh, Cowboys Corner and Mike. They usually come on sometime on Wednesday, on What's Up Wednesday. So all you guys, y'all are more than welcome to come on Wednesday night when we do our live session as well. But again, I go back to talk about Trey and the evaluation of him. Now, Trey did some good things. He did some good things. He did some great things, but he did some things, some bonehead things as well. And again, when I look at this, 33 of 49. This kid threw the ball 49 times. And he led the game in rushing. Where's the running game at, people? Where's the running game at? This is a preseason game. And Trey Lance is throwing 49 times. And he led in rushing with 90 yards. So what does that say about our running game? Can we not run the ball? Is the running game not there? No, the running game is there because I saw Deuce Vaughn. He basically broke several tackles and moved the chain several times. But not only that, but Ross Freeman. Hold on. I'm getting choked up because the man led in rushing yards. And he threw for 23 yards with 1 TD and 5 interceptions. Now, I had a whole different story I was going to talk about. But let's talk about these interceptions, okay? Let's talk about these interceptions. And again, I had this lined up where I was going to go with this, but when I pulled up the box score and saw that our quarterback, Trey Lance, threw 49 times, it reminds you of something. It reminds you, and I'm not comparing him to Dak, but is it the system? Is it the play calling? And I understand. You're probably going to say, well, he threw 5 interceptions. Let's talk about those interceptions. So the first interception was on our own 49-yard line. And this was a play where Trey Lance began to do a rollout. And when he rolled out, basically tried to force the ball. The defender from the Chargers jumped in front, scooped the ball up. Okay. And that's basically, and basically this was the first interception. Now, this was on our own 49-yard line. So the second one was on the opponent's 6-yard line. And listen, I'm not taking up for Trey, but we can say that he threw 5 interceptions. But again, I evaluate Trey, even if he doesn't make this team, which we know Jared said he's going to be here, but whatever the future holds for him, I want every quarterback to create a highlight tape that someone else could use and where he could be used for whatever other team. Anyway, so the second interception was on the opponent's 6-yard line. Basically, this was 10 plays that drove for 64 yards. We had the ball for 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Give it up. See, I'm gonna break this stuff down because that's what I do. Now we can sit here and say Trey threw 5 interceptions, but I'm gonna show you something. 2nd and 5, 10 plays for 64 yards, driving down the field with four driving and drove down and burned 4 minutes and 52 seconds. We're on 6-yard line. 6-yard line. One thing I noticed, I said, wow, we're in a shotgun. Why are we in a shotgun on the 6-yard line? And me, Mike, and Danny, we was all talking about it. They were saying that it was more, they wanted to see what Trey Lance do. No, hell with that, what he does. No, let's call it a perfect game and see what he does. So it was 2nd and 5 on the 6-yard line, and I'm like, okay, why are we in a shotgun when we should be on the center? And if we wanted to pass from that under center, was great. Could have been a play action, but we're in shotgun. And I'm like, okay, was this Trey's fault or was this bad play calling? And they showed the replay, and I just got through researching and looking at it again myself. 2nd and 5 on their 6-yard line. The Chargers took a chance to say, we're going to play the pass. And that's exactly what they did. So when the ball was snapped, the defense dropped back into coverage. Trey Lance had nowhere to throw the ball. So he forced it. 10 plays, 64 yards. We're on a 6-yard line, and we're in shotgun. This is part of that 325 yards throwing. Now, Mike McCarthy says that he has analysts. These analysts. Now he just brought in Steve Berline or somebody to come help with this analytic situation, a deal he got going, but I don't know what the deal is going on. And but so again, 2nd and 5, you in shotgun, and Chargers say, we playing the pass. And sure enough, they drop back. It's harder. It's so much harder to throw in the red zone, especially inside the 20. It's harder because there's not a lot of room to throw the ball. And that's exactly what happened. That defensive coordinator outcoached Mike McCarthy. So, okay, that happened. So the third one, we was on our own 21. It was 3rd and 4. The score was 20-19. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Wow. Man, so the next one we was on our own 21-yard line. The score was 20-19, 4th quarter. And sure enough, the Chargers bring pressure. And Trey gets rushed and throws his 3rd interception. Okay? That's 3. That was the 4th quarter. The 4th one came when we was on our own 47-yard line. 4th quarter, 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the game. The score is 20-19. Again, it's 3rd and 4. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Well, it's only 4 yards. You should be able to get that, be able to make that play. And that's great. But majority of your plays are in shotgun. And you know what they're doing? We're playing the pass. We'll put a spy on Trey and we'll play the pass. So on this one here, with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left, 3rd and 4, Trey throws another interception. Defense gives them the ball back. There's 3 possessions that they gave the ball back to the offense. And then the 5th interception came on the opponent's 20-yard line. 7 seconds left. It's 2nd and 10. And again, Trey throws his 5th interception. Now, these all came in the 4th quarter. 1, 2, 3 interceptions came in the 4th quarter. And you probably said Trey is trash. But see, I'm telling y'all something. Because that's what you was looking at. You was looking at Trey Lance. But I'm going to show you something. That's why I'm just now posting this video, because I had to do some research. Number 79, number 75, and number 61. Number 79 is Matt Walesko. Number 75 is Josh Ball. And number 61 is Cole Cabral. Now I'm going to say that 4th interception, Cam Johnson just got bullied. The ball was there in Cam Johnson's hand. The defender just pulled it out of his hand. But that was a 50-50 ball. He should have had that ball. The guy just pulled it out. So basically, this could have been only 2 interceptions. But let me tell you something. My prediction, if it's my call, 3 players that has to be cut like as of tonight: Matt Walesko, Josh Ball, and Cole Cabral. I don't know how they have been here for so long, what it is that we see in these guys, and I'm being critical. But go back and look at those interceptions. When I say this front line broke down, the D lineman was running right past them. I feel sorry for Trey. And Trey, let me say this. Don't feel bad, brother. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I would give you 2 interceptions that you may have thrown on your own. But the other 3, that O-line was straight up trash. Like Bubba Dub would say. Straight up trash. Give it up. I had a whole different blueprint of how I was going to do this interview. I mean, this video tonight. But Matt Walesko, Josh Ball, and Cole Cabral. Y'all go back and look at it. Terrible. Look at the video or the part where he threw the interception. The 4th quarter to 3, that old line was terrible. So before y'all go blaming Trey Lance, blame these 3 guys that couldn't block a 12-year-old lineman. Terrible. But anyway, that's what that is. Anyway, let's go into here, man. And I'm going to let you go. But let's go in here and let's see. Those are my 3. Number 1, they gotta go. Cole Cabral, Matt Walesko, and Josh Ball. They killed Trey Lance. They did not help whatsoever. So on this receivers, basically, Tyron Billy Johnson did really pretty good. He was active. Racing Bath was active. Dante Burnett was active. Now, there's a lot of receivers here. Ryan Flanoy definitely showed up and showed out. Now, that is a connection I really say Trey has with is Ryan Flanoy. This is the 2nd week he have thrown a touchdown pass to Ryan Flanoy. So there's some good things there. But really and truly, I just really think Mike McCarthy is all over the place. He's really, really all over the place. And the running game is non-existent. 49 passes. Wow. Got to give a big shout out to Kevin Harmon, number 84. He was a receiver. He did pretty good. Cropper didn't seen a little bit of Cropper. We didn't see David Durden. We didn't see Cavante Turpin. We saw a little bit of Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson was the one that got the ball pulled away from him. On the line, Awesome Richard gave up a sack. Yeah, Awesome Richard gave up a sack. Yeah. Who else? Let me see who else. TJ Bass, didn't hear anything bad about TJ Bass. Hoffman did pretty good, and didn't really hear nothing about Cooper Beebe. I know they played early in the game, so evidently they held up their end. John Stevens Jr. basically he fumbled one, so when we talk about the tight ends, that's going to probably hurt him a little bit. Again, there's no room for error when it comes down to the third preseason game, which he made another catch later. Princeton Fant looked pretty good, and Brevin Span Ford looked pretty good. But yeah. Let's go to this defense. I'm gonna tell you, Carl Lawson came in there and brought pressure. Lawson, I'm sorry, Carl Lawson came in there, did exactly what we thought he was gonna do. Villamy, Fajoko, you're cut. You're cut. You're so out of here, bro. You bit so hard on that not setting the age, dude. The guy just ran right past you, and you wouldn't even nowhere to be seen. So yeah, I don't think Fajoko will make the team. I'm sorry. I'm not here to spare your feelings. This is what it is. Who else on here? Jordan Phillips did his thing as always. Al Qaeda Muhammad, he made a little noise. Willie Harvey did okay. But my guy who I'm hoping makes this team, Buddy Johnson. Buddy Johnson did his thing today. Give it up for Buddy Johnson. Who else? Andrew Booth did okay. He gave up a touchdown, but then again, I think he broke up one. Got to give a big shout out to Julius Woods. Julius Woods will lay the wood. Israel Makamu, whatever his name, I can't pronounce his name. He did okay. We didn't see Wanye Thomas. He didn't play. We didn't see Kalen Carson. He didn't play. But Josh Butler, he did good. Get up to our guy, Josh Butler. So again, and we definitely got to give it up to our guy, our running back, Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn played like a man today. I'm just letting you guys know. He played like a man today. And also another lineman that I really like, and he's making some noise. And I hope he makes his team is Dakota Shepley. Dakota Shepley is actually a player that plays center and guard. So he started out at guard, then he moved to center. Did pretty good, overall. So again, the cuts are going to start. I'm hoping that we can keep Snoop Connor. This is one. I'm hoping we can keep John Stevens Jr. Hopefully we can keep Dakota Shepley. When it comes to receiver, Kevin Harmon, man, he really kind of shine. He's a dependable receiver, along with David Durden. But man, this is going to be something. So keep your eyes open on who's going to be around and who's not. Who else I want to see? Darius Harris. Darius Harris, man. I mean, he made some plays today. Number 46. Yeah, he made some big time plays today. So give it up for who is that? Darius Harris. Give it up. Yeah, man, he did his thing today, man. I was really impressed. So here we are, guys. We are at the end of the final preseason game. Now we're moving forward, but I just had to share that with you guys, about before we just go in on Trey. Those names that I named to you, they did not help at all. Again, when you go and you look at this yourself, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. But your quarterback threw for 323 yards 49 times. That's what needs to be dissected. What are we doing? We had a coach that said because Kellen Moore was gone, I know how to win. We want to run the damn ball, but your quarterback is throwing 49 times. There's a lot of jobs on the line this year. There's a lot of jobs on the line this year. But anyway, I'm not gonna hold you up anymore. But again, guys, thank y'all for stopping by. And again, thank you for subscribing and being a part of this Cowboy Huddle, where we come together and talk Cowboy talk. So do me a favor, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you will be notified when the next video is posted. So with that being said, you guys continue to enjoy your weekend and be safe and be blessed. Deuce.